Sorry, I just
Bless
drank a
you.
beer.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's the Vibes Alive radio show. We're here in person in Iriezona. Denm, welcome back, my friend. How you doing,
Iriezona, I
man?
like that.
Iriezona, this is the place. This
Sheesh.
is a community, and it's been kind of the anthem I've been singing for a long time. Iriezona is a place where lots of artists get to thrive, but we have, and you'll see tonight, I know they're going to show up. It's just a community of people that love music.
So
They
dope.
love the family. They love just being out here and supporting people like yourself coming through
Feeling
and
the
making sure that
frequencies.
Iriezona gives you an impression. So yes, Iriezona, my friend.
I love it.
If I say Arizona, I feel like I'm saying something
You're
real
like,
wrong.
Nah.
Yeah, pretty much. But one of the things I want to talk about, like rewind back to December, because I had an opportunity to talk with you then.
Oh, closer.
Yeah, closer.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go with the assumption you might remember. You talked to a lot of people, but we had a conversation about the band. We talked about the family that you created with the band and the sound that you have. And the first time I met you actually was at Marquee Theater. And I believe you were with your family traveling to play that show. And it was like maybe 3.5 years ago or so, right?
Yeah.
And so that
Catastro.
family, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Rest in peace, Andy Chavez. We
Love you, Andy.
Respect, Andy. But your family vibe that you carry is so strong, and I kind of want to like start the conversation with that, because that's not everything. That's not everybody you talk to.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the family vibe of Denm.
It's just, I don't know. I think I grew up not really with a stable one, you know? So I try to make it everywhere I go. And all the people that came aboard at the right place at the right time, it's kind of slowly grown. It's just like a synergy that's just undeniable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. He's just my brothers, you know? Like, and then I got my own family that obviously I put in all my time and effort, you know, and this is putting food on the table for the kids and stuff, you know? But it helps being connected with everybody here. Everyone's so different in their own way, but similar in a similar way, you know? Like, I don't know.
No, when you're on the same wave with other people and you feel the support, and it's like when you don't have to ask for the support, when it's natural, they're just feeling your fire everywhere you go, and they're just pumping you up, you know?
Yeah.
That's such a natural feeling. But again, I feel like
it is family. It's not always pretty.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's not always like
it's
just
messy, but like,
but you still have
keep
the
showing up and saying yes
to
each other, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what family is. That's what family does. So yeah, just all the boys, everyone, just no matter what, like, we'll just show up for each other.
Tell me a little bit about those guys, because I was giving you guys a little bit of grief just because you were joking with them on stage, and I was carrying it back to the conversation. But tell me a little about these guys, because I know they've been supporting you for a while now. So tell me about the band that they're going to experience tonight and on the record and everywhere else.
Man, I played in a lot of bands over the years, and I think it's just a very special crew of people. Like, honestly, Cowabunga, the bass player, I've known 20 years. Like, we probably have the most history. Benny, the other guy playing guitar, like, we grew up like 2 blocks away from each other. You know, it's just like Sweet Tea, I met through Cowabunga, and it just was like effortless and flowed. And yeah, Chemo's from Oahu. He plays with our brother Landon,
and that's the Wild Trip. So the people that have listened to the Vibes Alive radio show have often heard Wild Trip, because the Vibes Alive radio show, we have the Saturday sesh. So it's every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Because I remember waking up as a kid, firing up the radio or playing whatever, and just playing it as loud as possible.
That's what I do every day.
That was my Saturday. But like, I don't know, for some reason, I
Monday
love
through
the Saturday
Sunday
morning vibes, you know? So Wild Trip is a perfect song, honestly, to kick it off and just to play at any time during that hour. So people have heard Wild Trip a lot.
Yeah.
And I love that track. And I love what you brought Landon into. A family like favorite of ours is Henry Capono from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he did the 30-year anniversary and sang one of the songs with Henry Capono.
So dope.
It's just crazy. And then being such a surfer in Hawaii. Yeah. Like that's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Just having fun, trying to make art that makes sense to me and impacts my heart, and if it can impact anybody else. And honestly, that's the coolest part about tour, is just seeing people show up and like hearing people sing the songs, and you're just like, man, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know this would like go obviously you can dream, right? But like, it's just cool seeing music like touch people's lives. Where I'm like, this is such a gift to get to do. Like, yeah, like I don't know, just thankful for
So
everybody in here, thankful for everyone I've gotten to write with, all that stuff, you know.
for sure, and seeing it in so many different venues and seeing it, across the regions, like, and also I used to think so. I've just started playing a lot more music myself and playing live, and I think it's such an amazing experience. And at first, when I thought about something like that, I thought, oh, if you play the same song, it might get boring. But it's not, because that same song is a different experience every single time
Yeah,
you
every
play it,
night
right?
someone's gonna feel it different, you know.
Right. So here's my question. Of the times that you've played any of these songs, has there been a moment, like, and I'm sure there might be many moments, but does one moment stand out as like one of what you're just talking about, like
Yeah.
just like an oh shit moment, like wow, wow.
Yeah, honestly, it's like probably when like the band's not playing and I just get to like sing for a second and just hearing people sing with me. That's like every time, doesn't matter what city, it's just like, wow,
Yeah.
this is nuts.
Because
Like,
they're there. I mean, the band is always such a huge support, but they're there
yeah,
for
but
you,
there's a
right?
moment
The
where
name of
like
Denim.
we'll drop it down, right? I'll drop it down and it's just like me and a guitar and it's just really like intimate feeling.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to hear like, yeah, people just sing along and or whatever. Like there's people that have like painted paintings inspired by the songs that are like gifts that are like such big treasures to me. Like I'll never let go of. Like I can't believe something that I wrote in my own like little, sometimes it's dark places, sometimes it's light places, you know, but songs that I was just kind of writing for me that came out and have now been able to like impact other people and they like are able to survive their struggles and all that stuff, and then that inspires them to create art, and then like as a I don't know, it's like it's
It
really
makes
cool.
perfect sense, and it's amazing because music, to me, like there is religion, there's faith, and there's all these things. But for me, the show is the music. It is the
God bless
faith.
it
It
all, you know
is,
what I mean?
yeah, no, and all love to it. But like for me, music is that when people get together and they bond and they sing and they bring from every different point of view, every different mentality, whatever. When you get together and you have that crowd and they're
Yeah,
supporting, they're singing, and they're feeling,
it's
that's
just the
amazing, man.
energy, you know.
Yeah, that's what it's all
From
about.
you can feel it from the other side. You're like, I don't know what's really going on, but I know we got this right here, and
Yeah.
this is special, you know.
It is special, and Iriezona is special. And I'm glad you guys stopped here. Tomorrow you're going to Cali Vibes.
Yeah.
That's going to be an experience. I know they got a lot of excitement around that. But tell me a little bit about tour up to this point. How's it been? How you feeling? What are you most excited about for the next leg here?
Tired.
Yeah, that's real.
No, yeah, it's been great. Honestly, it's pretty much like just getting to the shows is the exhausting part, and then once you're at the show, all that kind of disappears, and you're like, "This is why we do this," you know.
Oh yeah.
It's not been like very comfortable, but none of us really grew up in comfort, so it's nothing new. We're just stoked to be here, and every time we get to play music, it puts it all into perspective.
100%. Well, man, I got to tell you, from a fan perspective, from getting to listen before I had a chance to meet you, I've always really appreciated the sound that you bring, because it's not one thing, it's all the things. I
Yeah.
recognize all the influences and how you bring that together and how you put it out there, and you do it respectfully, you do it artfully, you do it from a place that just makes people happy. And I know from being in the crowd and from being on both sides, seeing it from backstage and in the crowd, when you talk about energy and you talk about love,
Mhm.
the people that are here for Denm are here for that love. And I'm glad that we have a chance to meet up tonight, that you're
That's
going to
what
have a
it's
chance to
about,
bring it
man.
out tonight. And I mean, for all the things that you ever do, know the Vibes Live radio show, myself, I will always support you, brother. And I thank you for taking the time. I know you got things to do tonight, so I don't want to hold you up any longer. But
Oh, you're good. You're
the
good.
last thing is, I mean, you're here in Iriezona, and I'm just curious because I'm very close to this community.
Yeah.
I represent it anywhere and everywhere I go. I brought that championship belt out to Closer to the Sun. So many people
Yeah.
signed it. I'm afraid to like take it out anymore. I just like want to leave it in this little trophy
Frame
place.
it.
But Yeah, for real. Like I can't take it anymore. But I'm just curious, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but when you think of Arizona and coming to Arizona to tour, I mean, you've been
Yeah.
close in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, it's not that far.
But what, like,
love
what's
it
the
here,
mindset
honestly.
of Arizona from the outside perspective? Like, we're gonna go to Arizona. What do you think about that? I guess. How was Tucson? How's Phoenix?
I
How's
don't
it
know.
going?
People are like way cooler. I think
Yeah,
they're way nicer. Maybe not nice, but they're kind. You know.
yeah,
Like there's good people and a really dope art scene. Like pretty much everywhere.
yeah,
Like everyone's super into the arts and like yeah, it's really honestly like just a beautiful culture. Like I get really inspired in the desert. You know, I get inspired by like the colors and the silence and the noise of it all, you know?
yeah,
Like there's a lot of yin and yang out here.
yeah.
I got family in the desert and like this is just a little further, you know? It's like more like East California, but once you get out here it becomes wide open and you're just like you can breathe and
Yeah.
the people are very fucking sorry. Bleep.
It's all good. We got the editing tools,
They're
and this is online right now.
very
So
dope.
say
They're
whatever.
very
Say
dope.
whatever you
And
need.
I feel very privileged to get to like even just come play the music here,
Oh, yeah.
you know, but we're neighbors, you know,
Yeah.
we're next door neighbors.
Yep.
So the culture is not so different. Everyone's still like West Side feeling
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're about it.
We are about it, and excited for all that's happening tonight. It's
All
going down
love.
at 8 p.m. I believe, right? That's the start with Bikini Trill.
Yeah,
Then
Bikini
Denim's
Trail,
up, and then Little Stranger. And if you guys have not heard either or any of these bands,
they're so dope.
this is the night to do it. So get down here to the Nile Theater. Denm, thank you for taking the time. Much love to you, brother. Thank you. And
Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, I hope you get down here tonight. Listen to this podcast. Listen to Denm. Keep supporting live music and supporting amazing artists like this.
Much love, Iriezona.
Yeah. Peace out, y'all.